Hello my people and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Dennis Duke and thank you so much for always subscribing. Please do so. But today we are here, I'm here with my colleague Tina to discuss something very important. Over the last couple of days, we've been mourning the passing on of, a great icon. And that is none other than Chadwick Boseman. At just around 43 years of age, he has lived his life to purpose, but well, that was untimely really. So we're going to talk about some of the life lessons that we draw from the life that he lived. One of the things that I love about it, welcome to my show, and I'm sure you're knowledgeable about him because you told me that you love MVC, rather Marvel,
yeah, the MCU. First of all, like it hit me like a cold shower when I got up that day and I heard the news, because if you are an MCU fan, man, we don't take the movies lightly. We follow up on the characters, we rewatch the movies, we understand the MCU universe, and for me I felt like, whoa, that's a big blow, because we're now getting into another phase of the MCU universe and we thought he was going to actually play a big role in it. It was a big blow. I was saddened. The first black superhero we got.
Yeah, true. And he's just passed away.
Who embodied it to perfection. Just passed away. For me, he was a symbol of so many things. He was not just a movie character. He was a symbol for so many things. It was a symbol of black excellence. It was a symbol of you can fight till you win. And he was a symbol for, I don't even know how to explain it.
Let's look it up. Let's take it this way. He had, according to family sources, of course, he had colon cancer.
Yeah.
And he battled with it for about 4 good years. But it's very surprising that the world only got to know about it after his passing on. What does that signify? Yet he had, close friends, family that would have possibly leaked it to the media. He's a big star. Anything about him does make news, and anything about him does concern his fans. But this time around, nothing really came out.
Here's what I want to tell people. I keep telling you people, keep your circle smaller. Keep your day ones, your day ones. Tano wange mfanfe but wali woli nga yewo. And if you keep those people in your circles, they would understand and respect your pain. They would understand and respect your privacy, and it wouldn't come out. It wouldn't come out. Most of the things that come out, it's because of the quality of humans we surround ourselves with. And then it also goes down to the quality of human that you are. Do people feel like they can respect your privacy enough to let you fight on? It's a two-way for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
But also the fact that there is something important that I pick from his life. One is he battled with colon cancer for 4 years, but almost on I don't know, I don't want to say it every month, but once in a while he would go out and meet less privileged people.
I mean, for me, what made me actually bawl and cry, yeah, I do cry, people. I actually have tears and a tear duct, is I saw that photo of him cheering up leukemia patients, young kids, and yet he himself was battling it. That humbled. You would have to be a fool if that didn't give you a different perspective on life. To know that I'm battling the same thing and then still go out and give those who are younger than me hope, that should show you. I always use this word, the quality of human that you are comes to play in at the end of the day. And this is a man who had dedicated his entire life to making the world a beautiful place.
And you know what is more interesting? In that during this whole time, 4 years, it's actually when he performed or he made the big movies.
The beautiful
Imagine
movies.
You're sick, you're from getting chemotherapy, you're from getting injections,
let me tell you,
and then you're on set.
For me, whoever cast Chadwick Boseman, whoever cast him, casted him, or rather, because most people would say cast or casted him for the role of T'Challa, it was just God. It was just God. Because the T'Challa that we knew, my king, my liege, my leash, in Black Panther, turns out to be the person that he already was in person. I was reading all the Hollywood tributes to him. You know, most of the times the Hollywood tributes are just like the Uganda, you know, tributes where someone will just be like, I just have to say something because I have to say something, you know. But when you read each tribute, you could tell that this man touched people. He impacted on people. And in the most positive way. He constantly told them, you can fight, you can win, you can do this, you can do this, you can do this. If anything, he was actually the Black Panther.
Okay.
It wasn't a role. It was him. He was a king.
Wow. They always say that you see when somebody is alive, people
Give
do
them
not
their roses when they're alive.
Yes, people don't celebrate you. Is that the same with
Not
Chadwick
with Chadwick.
Boseman?
We celebrated Chadwick from the very first day they said he was our Black Panther. Oh, from the day they said the Black Panther is going to come out, we knew it. I grew up reading the comics. You know, I grew up reading the comics of Black Panther, so I always wanted to see what Marvel would do with it. And then they gave us perfection. Oh, Lord, they gave us perfection. Wakanda was embodied the right way. Me as an African sister from the motherland, it was everything beautiful.
Okay.
You know, for me.
Okay. You talked about having children, and these children were so much in love with one, you know, Boseman.
Yeah.
How has it impacted them?
According to my kids, yes, my 12-year-old understands it, but I don't think it has like really hit him. It's my 8-year-old. You know, that got me messed up because when I had to tell them the news that very morning when it broke, and then my 8-year-old first looked confused, and then after that he stepped back and he's like, "But mommy, superheroes don't die." That statement seems very cartoon, eh? But it's a huge one. He said, "Mommy, superheroes don't die. Let them give him the other thing they made for him in Black Panther. He will come back." Remember in Black Panther again, they thought he had died, but he came back. And for me, I didn't know how to make him understand that that's a movie script. And it was acted by somebody.
But this is real.
But then he told me, I understand, but everyone in Marvel is a real superhero. Because you see, the MCU did not just take our wildest fantasies and put them in you know, color. Stan Lee did more than that. He gave us belief. You know, any child who is into superheroes, you will understand as a parent that a superhero for a child is the best thing that can happen to them. A superhero to a child is everything. And they knew it, because when you have a superhero as the role model of a child, they will aspire to be that person. And when you see the life that Chadwick Boseman lived, and then on top of that, the fact that he embodied the spirit of Wakanda even off that set, humbling.
Okay. You see, everybody has their own, you know, strength. Everybody has their own uniqueness. And indeed, Chadwick Boseman did have some of those. Just like we lost Michael Jackson, we'll certainly not have any other Michael Jackson.
Never.
Never.
Ever.
Who do you think could possibly come close to taking Chadwick Boseman's role as one of Africa's, you know, superheroes? It's a big one, right?
Those are big shoes to fit. To a point, we were having the same conversation with a bunch of my MCU guys, and they were like, out of respect, this would be a good time for us to just kill off the Black Panther from the MCU. I'm like, no. Out of respect, we should keep the legacy going, but who?
That's the question.
Because Killmonger would have suited the Black Panther well. Maybe if they're going to twist it off and get Killmonger to become the new Black Panther. But Killmonger died. Did he? In the movie, I don't even remember how it ended. That's how twisted it is.
So he cannot come and do that.
Exactly. So if you ask me who, nah, fam, we don't have.
And Michael B. Jordan can't, because he was there. He was
Killmonger in the movie, so he can't. I don't think I have yet seen somebody who will like bring out.
Denzel Washington would have possibly done it, but I think he's a bit
No. Denzel is not for that world. Denzel is more of the real world, you know. To be a part of the MCU, you have the power. You need to have the power to believe. And that's what Stanley used to always say, to be a part of it, you have to have the power to believe.
Okay.
So I don't think Denzel would need someone who has definitely played a part in the action movie. So I'm looking at probably, you know, getting someone from the DC comic world. I don't think we have anyone. Do we have a black guy in the DC comics?
Not so sure.
No, I don't think we do. We? No, I don't think we. I think for now, it's going to be a hard thing. He has another one coming out, actually. I think I saw a poster. I'm not yet sure. But he had another one slated for next year. So I think for now, it's going to take the studios a minute.
Okay.
A minute.
Before his death, we understand he was, you know, he made a couple of movies, about 7 of them, some of which have already been released to the masses.
Yeah.
Let's talk about those that have not been released, not by mentioning their topics or rather their headlines or titles, but do you think they're gonna, what are you envisioning of those movies?
You see, the beautiful thing about the the Marvel cinema, you know, universe is it's a make-believe cinema. Anything can happen. It's a bunch of beautiful writers who can twist their way in and out of anything in Marvel. That's one thing for a fact. When we talk about these other movies, though, if they're not part of the MCU, that's going to be a trick, because we have already seen issues with our favorite series that had to be cut short because of the COVID-19 pandemic. And then we had series like Blacklist. Their last episode was half animation and, you know, half what they had shot. So I believe that can be done. But then again, we're in the beautiful world of TV. Anything is possible.
Okay.
Holograms are possible.
He lived at a time when, you know, blacks still go through, you know, the persecution and all that. I mean, discrimination, talk about it. But he still stood out. What do you make of that?
Let me tell you, the power of survival is totally dependent on the individual. I keep telling people that. Nobody's going to put you down if you don't want to be put down. The power of survival is definitely on the individual. That's all I can say for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, something that you most probably didn't know about Chadwick Boseman is he was a singer as well.
Yeah.
He had a good voice, though he pursued
voice.
more of acting than singing.
And I mean, you have to know where the money is at.
That's really, and I think that's a discussion that we really wanted to have today. I hope some of you have possibly learned something from the life and the legacy of Chadwick Boseman. And thank you so much, guys, for joining me today. My name is Dennis Duke Woniala. Follow me on Instagram at Dennis Duke UG. She's Tina Fierce. Follow her on Instagram at Tina Fierce1.
Follow me everywhere.
Everywhere. Tina Fierce1. Yes, at Tina Fierce1. Everywhere. Even on YouTube. She has, you know, a thriving YouTube channel that you should all look at. Tina Fierce1 as well. And don't forget to go to Ugandan Sister. That's my beautiful sister there, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Until then, it's a goodbye. We love you.